It's going to be good stuff.
Yeah, and it seems like there was sort of an element with the draft where Gaming Gladiators very much picking up heroes that can cut down or at least hit hard into a Huskar, but then in doing so, it did leave that avenue for Secret to come out with this last pick Timber, right? And looking at the things that Ice is against, he's going to be pretty happy with what he's managed to pick it into this time.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty filthy Timber pick. It honestly has the same weight as the Meepo did in that game one, right? Like, you see that Timber, you're like, oh, oof, because Gaming Gladiators lineup is all about physical damage, right? Yeah. It's the bugs of the Weaver, some maybe Corrosion or Deso on Ember, CK naturally on top of heroes, like the Gush from Tide. You want to poke and prod from a distance, and now you have this Timber soaking up all of those critical spells that you need to be able to cleanly kill a Huskar. Suddenly, if you miss 2 or 3 of them, Huskar's probably going to survive, right? So there's no threat. So this is a Timbersaw that, if played in the correct way, which of course Ice will be able to, execute that.
Oh, for sure,
it just unlocks, Huskar to have such a nice time.
The battle begins.
Let's see what we get around these runes. Tofu did try and come over for the steal. Not quite able to get it, so 2 for 2 on the bounties. Now see how these lanes go down. So the mid lane, as the panel was talking about, I mean, obviously Gaming Gladiators with the Huskar in mind, they do decide to still keep the Ember mid. Is it not as bad as it was, or are we going to see Boom indeed struggle a bit in this matchup?
It's going to feel, I'm going to say slightly nicer.
Top lane, Tofu. Yeah, he gets taken down before he's able to get Shikuchi back online. Easy first blood for Secret up there.
Yeah, just a Scatterblast slow into then a Rebuke, yeah. Just goes down. But no, in terms of mid lane, Ember did get a couple buffs in regards to, the cooldown of Slight being higher, the damage being a slightly higher, but it doesn't really help in the grand scheme. Once this Huskar has the Helm of Iron Will for Armlet, you'll be tanked enough to survive through that chip damage, and it will be a matter of you get given whatever farm Nisha wants to give you at, let's say, level 4 or 5, but it's the early levels. If maybe Boom makes a nice little, play, outplays Nisha's aggression, he could survive a little bit longer. But no, I expect Huskar to have a very nice time here, unless Boom makes some, mechanically good outplays.
Yeah, what about these side lanes? Do you think anyone's going to have a tough time here at the start? Oh, top lane, in fact, maybe Ace. Okay, at least getting brought down very low. They won't commit for the kill here as Tofu Shikuchi's across the 2 of them.
Now, this top lane, you're looking for the answer of what's difficult, and it is this top lane. Both sides have kill threat. Be it when Weaver gets 2, the swarm into a Gush, you then Shikuchi on top and kill them. Yapsor could easily die if he's out of position. And on the flip side, we've already seen it happen once to Tofu. It's that Cookie into Scatterblast, Spear Rebuke. A lot of kill threat in top lane.
Now, bottom lane, they're going to get the catch on Puppey. He's going to try and run, but Celery, he's got the damage. They'll take him down. Same time up on the other half of the map, they are able to take out Yapsor.
Yeah, and it was, as mentioned, it was the Gush into then, just chase down. You got to be super careful in these side lanes. And this is, other than, I guess, maybe Secret off lane. Nice, got the replay here. It is, yeah. He just a little bit out of position, gets bugged up, and just walk down. But other than the Timbersaw lane, when Timber hits like 5-6 plus, he has kill threat. All the other lanes, very volatile. Anyone can kill anyone. It's not a moment where it's like, oh yes, Gaming Gladiators will easily be able to survive. No, there should be, let me rephrase, there should be death occurring in all lanes. This is a very thirsty draft from both teams in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
No, Celery, he might be in trouble there. Puppey chasing him down with a heartbeat. Okay, he's able to get into the tower, but that was a lot of damage there coming out from Puppey. So far, CS on the cause. I mean, mid lane, only a few denies ahead of Boom, Nisha. Other than that, it's close. 17-5, 17-1. So Boom so getting a good amount out of the lane, yeah.
Yeah. Again, when Huskar slowly builds up the levels, that's when he can start pressuring. He has gone for a 1-1-2 build, so focusing more on his own regen, being able to survive through the slight spam. He's not going for an aggressive build to try and fully bully out Boom. But yeah, this is just he will hold the lane static now at this point, and you would like to see, or you expect to see Huskar slowly build that lead.
Top lane. Again, another attempt there from Gaimin Gladiators, bringing Sumail down very, very low. They are set up with the salves. Sumail's farm still continues to come in freely top. He's having a good time. In fact, nobody really missing out too much on the CS. Pretty close across the board here in these first 4 minutes. A little bit of a pause here from Duracio, but you know, the mid lane in particular, you know, as you say, Nisha is going to get to this point where it is going to get increasingly hard for Boom to step up to the wave. But what do you expect to see Gaimin Gladiators do about that? Like, do they bring any supports over towards this mid? Does Boom just have to look elsewhere for the farm as this lane gets harder?
I think it's difficult to bring heroes to mid unless Nisha's like underneath the tier 1 tower, because he's already got, you know, the 15% magic resist when he's lower HP. He's pretty tanky.
Oh, top.
Ace is gonna go down top as well. And yeah, I think there's just so many resources being used on the side lanes that making a trip to mid to try and kill what already is quite a tanky Huskar, it's going to be difficult. So if anything, if you're gaming Gladiators, you're looking at Ember to maybe rotate into that top lane, kill off Sumail at a catapult wave, take that top tower to then unlock the map, because you know that you will be losing your bot tower at some point to this Timbersaw and Enchantress. So you have to make sure you at least mirror that early aggression so the map is even. Like, if you put focus on mid, you won't take a side lane tower, you'll lose your own tower, and then you may or may not be able to kill mid. So it's a very delicate part of the game right now for Gladiators, because it's already a 2k lead for Secret.
That bottom lane. Oh, make the attempt onto Duracio with the impetus damage. Oh, it's close. Celery is healing him up, but it's not enough to save him. Puppey able to finish off the job. Now turn towards Celery as well. Tethered to the side, but there's the chase down, and with the impetus of Puppey, he'll pick up both kills.
It is a splendid amount of damage, honestly. That is one of the enjoyable things about Enchantress. You get the boots, you just throw out the impetus, walk back a little bit, and support. You can see it from the damage here. Support's doing a nice little...
I mean, look, Yaps was wrapping around. He's going to come in with the cookie and the scat blast from the side. He's going to try for Ace. That was a cheeky attempt there. He doesn't get away with it. It was close, though. It was definitely worth a shot there from Yap, but didn't quite have the damage to burst Ace.
That's one of the moments where you'd love to have team comms, because, you know, Sumail, he's like a second late on the spear. Do you think Yaps will just quiet and goes, oh, I nearly got him? Or is it more of like a, boys, I'm going for it? That is so close for a cheeky solo kill there.
Still a lot of focus around this top lane. They've got 3 members here gaming Gladiators.
Yeah, and this is the strength of when you go Huskar Timber in the final 2 picks of your draft. They are heroes that if play... Oh, actually.
Oh,
a bit aggressive
CK
here.
ganking mid lane. That's probably not something that Nisha was going to expect. They've got the remnants coming out. They've got the burst. They take down Nisha. Not the sort of gank that you expect every day there in the mid, but a gank that was super effective against the Huskar.
Yeah, and this is he didn't have armlet at the time of the engagement, but he's playing to his limits, going underneath the tower, and nowadays cores or carries will TP if the mid is out of position. This isn't some Storm Spirit, Ember Spirit, Void Spirit style hero that's going to quickly disengage from their aggression. Huskar, if in a bad spot, you're going to probably get jumped. So yeah, nice little read there to get 1 free kill. Now it's going to be infinitely harder with the armlet online.
I mean, now Boom's going to try and move to the top, but already they have the move that's going to put Ace in a lot of trouble. As the arena's down, Nisha's able to step in, they take out the Tide, and with that move, Boom and Celery won't stick around. They'll get themselves away from Nisha.
You can kind of feel the awkwardness right now in this state of the game. Like Gaimin Gladiators, they're going for the moves that are presented to them, but they can't set anything else up themselves, right? They don't want to run into a Timber, they don't want to run into a Huskar, and if they smoke, they'll probably bump into an Enchantress with a creep, or like best case you kill off a Mars, right? Like this is a very weird portion of the game for them where they need to make sure that they kill the freebies. For example, Yapsol being positioned here. And they're just trying to be as efficient as possible, make the stacks, get some gold, be ready for a tower defense, because Yeah, this is not an easy part of the game to play because
No.
nothing's being, obvious to you,
Yeah, it definitely feels like Secret, like they're starting to force Gaming Gladiators into a position that Secret found themselves last game, where it's very much like, what do you do? What is the plan? Things are starting to crumble. You already know it's going to be hard, especially because of how the enemy team's been able to end up that draft. You've got these 3 heroes, this 1 hero that you're probably never really going to be able to kill. Well, what's the game plan? It's going to be a very difficult position for Gaming Gladiators already here early on.
They're going to have to lean on the fact that IO at least provides some farming accelerant towards the CK. Again, this isn't a CK which is, wow, what a great CK game. I'm not a fan of CK into Husker just because of the Husker shard that allows you to, get that disarm during the stun, the inner fire. So if he jumps you, the illusions get on top of you. Even if you're stunned, get a disarm, you're naturally going to be able to get a BKB off or, armlet, etc. Like, you're really good on that spot. And then, of course, the Timber Saw. So this is going to be a CK that has to get armlet, BKB, like a Bloodthorn to silence the Husker during that stun and then play the game. So they really need to try and maximize this early farm. But again, it's not working out well so far. They're going to hopefully need to try and connect some dots, maybe get a sneaker Roshan or something.
Now got the move from Duracho, coming top, but the arena's already down. The Kiss is there as well. The Ravage will come out, but it's Gaming Gladiators again. Like Duracho, he will manage to TP out of there. Ace, he'll be the new focus, and with the cookie on the wide side, he comes in on top of the tide, takes him out. They close the gap on Celery. They've got the stun there as well to stop Celery's escape. The Secret just reacting immediately. Again, Duracho, he had a good TP out last game. He's able to get himself out of that one there. But still, 2 more casualties on the side of Gaming Gladiators. Secret continuing to show that right now they're the ones ruling the game.
There is a specialty in being able to, get those TPs. Like, he is a TP specialist at this point. That is, 2 for 2 on clean mid-engagement departures. But yeah, this entire time, I think the only one having a nice time is Tofu. He's been down bottom for like 3 minutes, I think. Hitting the creeps. Is he completing the vessel? Yep, he will be going vessel.
All right.
So at least you do have, 1 item coming into play. That, of course, very good against Husker. Early on, pre-BKB, you can, mitigate some of that healing, put him to vulnerable spots. So I love the fact that they have given Tofu this space. Gives them like a very small window to play around, because this Husker is going second item BKB. He's not messing around. He wants to play, a clean game of Dota. None of these pub Huskars, which is armlet into halberd and an axe, and then whoops, let's go 3rd, 4th item BKB. No, he's going straight for it.
Very early on already getting to the stage where Ice can kind of plant himself anywhere and knows that there's not a whole lot the Gaming Gladiator is going to be interested bringing in against him when he shows in the lane, even at this point, because they just don't really have the tools to kill him.
And again, we mentioned disassembling, right? Look at Ice. He's got the Vanguard himself.
See a bit of a poke onto Puppy, but Puppy has got a lot of backup here. Ice and Yaps are making sure the Gaming Gladiators can't try and go for the Enchantress any further.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's Ice.
This is one tanky boy. Like,
yeah, this.
I don't think anyone's clicking on this Timber and going, guys, we can't. Like, when the vessel comes out, potentially there's going to be like a vessel.
Oh, here we go. They're going to try something with the Phantasm. See how good of an attempt they can make. It's not looking great, and that Ice just Timber chains straight back into them. He's got the Chakram out. The Kiss is covering him as well as Duracho. He's going to get taken down very, very low. He will survive for now. But as you can see there, Ice, he doesn't care. He's like, all right, that's cute. You tried to kill me. Well played. Because he knows he's just not going to die.
And the Weaver just completed Vessel, but cool, great. You have Vessel, you have 0 charges. Gaming Gladiators need to find a pick-off, get Vessel charges, and then get another pick-off to then... Yeah, exactly. Like it's a 2-pronged assault, and right now Secret's not even giving them the entry to the first one. But no, I love the fact that players are considering disassembling more. You know, of course, it's you know, Dragonlance, of course, was like previous patch, current patch favorite. Vanguard is now becoming quite into meta. Yeah, this will most likely be disassembled for a Lotus Orb later down the line with a casual VIP booster, maybe Aeon Disc or something, but that's many items away. You know, the early damage is being mitigated. This, you know, the CK illusions, the slight spam, it's cute. Not saying rush it on all heroes, but for now. All right, here's the smoke. This is a, they need to find a kill. They need to find something to get the momentum going their way, because right now Secret has dictated the pace of the game from, you know, minute 0 to now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yep, so he'll be the one that they find. And he is someone that they can kill, of course, but they may have to pay a price for it. Samayo's been able to walk round, drop down the arena, Celery's gone. Dracho trying to, well, maybe get back in on this, because that's a fantastic Ravage from Ace. All right, Ace just gets in on the action. 3-man Ravage. Now maybe they can take Ice down. They can. The crits are there. Gaimin Gladiators, the fight, it's all theirs.
Ooh, okay. Some nice psychological tips coming in too, going for Puppy. He was farming top lane, so potentially these tips are a meaning of why aren't you with your team or something? I don't know.
I mean, but that was a great move for Gaimin Gladiators. Yeah. They take them down. Secret weren't expecting that. I mean, at the start, you know, Yapsel goes down really quickly. You know, you feel with the strength that Samael and Ice have, maybe Secret can still do it here because they've been doing so well so far. Nisha tries to come over, but they can't. And this Ravage, it just destroys them.
Yeah, it's also the fact that inside that arena, they kind of got double slight chains on both cores. CK is able to disengage, and they aren't able to keep disconnecting the fight away from, let's say, the outpost. They're fighting in an awkward position of both T1 TPs available, outpost TP available. So Gaimin Gladiators are able to get there quick enough and just weren't able to get kind of any damage. It was just nice control the entire time. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect Secret to give that type of opportunity to them because of how well the game started. But yeah, Gladiators, they find that brief opening. Again, it's such a marginal opening. They found it.
What's he doing here? He's hanging around at about 20% HP. I mean,
some more tips are flowing. That's for sure. No.
Yeah, it seems like Secret maybe starting to overestimate their abilities to survive on some of these heroes. As Gaimin Gladiators, they are getting the kills. I mean, it's even now in the kills, 9 for 9. Secret still with a bit of a lead, but definitely shaken up after that last move. As Gaimin Gladiators proving that they can still bring down even the beefy of heroes. We're going to see them look towards Ice top. If they bring him down here, this is going to be feeling very nice. He's still not easy to do as he's getting low, but he's got the chain up. The Vessel is bringing him down, and he's got nowhere to remove it. So they can do it. They're killing off this Timbersaw. They're slowing down Ice's game. We'll see Secret. They're going for Roche, but Gaimin Gladiators, they are making their way over. See if they can get involved in time. It's getting very, very low here. The Kisses are coming out to keep it covered. Nisha is able to put the BKB, finish off the Roche, grab the Aegis. Jumps over straight away towards Celery as well. He'll pick up the 2 kills. They got the kill on Roche, their Gaimin Gladiators. And of course, Nisha getting the Aegis. That's what was important to him. Maybe they could take it out of his hands. They're bringing him low with the Spirit Vessel. Jump forward from Ace. They are. They're able to take it away straight away. That's the Aegis gone. Let's see if Ace and Boom can get out of this one. There's Nisha. Puppy are heading over Boom. It's going to Remnant to the side. Nisha diving in for this. They've got the Ravage. Ace able to keep Boom covered and safe here. Make sure they can't dive in. Now Nisha, he's just going to die. The Vessel's out. He's going to get punished. Again, I mean, Gaimin Gladiators, they're outplaying Secret with these moves. Secret trying to go for these plays, and they're not getting away with them. They're hurting them big time. Puppy goes down. Yaps are also going to die as Ace jumps in, smashes him in the face. They're holding their own here, Gaimin Gladiators and Secret. They're getting shaken up big time.
Yeah, they're just picking the fight so beautifully. Getting the pick off top. Timbersaw, he was so close to the Lotus Orb, and that would have been a game changer. Having a Lotus Orb, get rid of that Vessel charge, he probably wouldn't die top, prolong the fight. But yeah, we get to see here.
Look at this.
It's just the fact that Gaimin Gladiators, like CK and IO both dead. Secret go for the, we are ahead, we have the advantage. But it's this overextension. The Ravage from the tree line, the Weaver quickly TP's tier 1, chucks in a Vessel. Ask her about BKB. Like, Vessel completely removes this hero from the game. And I think the fact that Secret has fed away so many Vessel charges, it's giving kind of just Gladiators to play with his confidence. And kind of unsung hero has to be Boom. I say Unsung, it's an Ember Spirit of slight change. It's just very good. He's non-stop chipping them down, and yeah, they're just playing really well to punish the kind of confidence Secret is trying to have in this game.
A fine celery up it. So a little bit of something to try and get Secret back on track, but not the big kills that they were really hoped for. They want to try and get these cores. As you say, Boom taking over that top spot, well on the way towards his BKB after the Maelstrom. It's going to be very, very hard to catch. I mean, already there isn't a huge amount of setup and control for an Ember Spirit.
Yeah, like this is the type of game where Secret, their draft presented them with the opportunity to play a dominant laning phase, quickly take away Aegis, and get to the BKBs first. Like in most competitive games, the team that gets to BKB first or at that earlier timing is able to occupy more of the map. And because Secret has stunted their own play with some of their positioning and where they fought, they've now, if anything, fallen behind. This Ember Spirit, when he gets to BKB, he's always going to be able to isolate heroes. He's going to make Mars think defensively rather than on the offense. And Ench, Snap, they're not going to be able to contribute that much. So yeah. I'm a little bit worried for Secret because they kind of rely on Huskar. He has the BKB, sure, but he needs to get Aghanim's to start pressuring that aggression. And they now need to probably slow the game down a little bit, or at least don't go for that big 5-on-5 until Huskar has Ags to get that taunt, to get that way of, you know, surprise, we now control the fight.
Well, they get the tier 2 tower down bottom. As Gaimin Gladiators choose not to get involved in that. Close to having the blink on Samael, and they'll have a bit of a better option and chance of catching Boom. At least starting the fight on top of it. Well, let's see what they do with this. Maybe they want to go for some sort of smoke move. It's Puppey looking towards Tofu, but already far enough of a distance away that they don't want to try and jump for him.
Gotta give props to Ace again. Like, this is a game where he started in a very difficult lane. Like, he was dying a couple times. He wasn't getting that 6 for the early Ravages. He was struggling a lot. And I think a lot of off-lane players on Tide in this type of game, they'd have had maybe 1-2k less net worth, kind of falling more into that 3.5 role, just enabling others to farm. But no, he has done a great job at keeping up the net worth and making sure he scales into the game. Like, soon to have Ags complete. Blink Ags on the Tide Hunter. With, again, the start of game he had is pretty impressive so far from Ace.
Goes Samael. He's gone for the jump in the mid. Straight away followed up by the Snapfire's Kisses. They take out Tofu. And Dracho will get himself out of it. So it's just a support kill, but it does get them the tower on top of it. So Secret continuing to make some progression on the map.
And that was the blink reveal from the Mars. So now Gaimin Gladiators are aware that this Mars isn't going to be doing the BKB Desu build that we saw in the previous game. It is more of a enabling utility style Mars. Potentially he might go for right-click style items later on. But I think it'll give some confidence to Gladiators. Just knowing that if they kill Nisha, that's the biggest source of damage. And they've smoked up right now. They have vision on him as well.
Oh, Nisha's low. Boom. He's in with the chains. Nisha will try and jump away to the side, but they've got him with the chase. That's Nisha gone.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The rest of the members of Secret do their best to get away from Gaimin Gladiators. Puppey, he may still be found. So if Dracho can get eyes on him, he can. Finds him in the trees, stuns there. Gaimin Gladiators, they'll pick up Puppey as well.
They've calmed down on the tips though. Like, when the game was kind of in a losing state and they started coming back, they were relentlessly tipping Puppey. But now they've calmed it down a bit. I think they've got the game back in their hands, so they don't have to use tips as a psychological mechanism of helping the comeback.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Letting the players do the talking here.
Yeah. I get props to the vision in this game. You know, Celery on the Eye, this is his ward he planted in the top side of the jungle on Dire side. This is the ward that enables that smoke to allow them to rebuttal the aggression of Secret once again, to get the necessary pick-off to keep playing, you know, in the face of Secret. BKB up, of course. Halfway towards an Ags on Ember Spirit. Weaver close to an Ags as well. Tide Hunter now has Ags. Like, yeah, They've hit their stride. This
Yeah,
is...
and without a doubt, Gaming Gladiators fully recovered after Secret taking a couple of rough fights on Gaming Gladiators' half of the map, bringing the game back to even and having a very, very strong fight to play with themselves. They get the jump on Puppey. Doesn't last more than a second, so Male's TP'd in. See if they look to hunt for him in the trees.
This ward is doing everything.
Secret's still trying to get involved in this action, but it's so scary for them. Gaming Gladiators holding the high ground.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Secret.
Surely they have to give this up.
Are fortified.
The fact that they haven't dewatered this high ground, they have this high ground vision. Yeah, okay, good. If Secret tried smoking into this area of the map, it would have been probably the end of the game for them. Just the way in which they would have Ravage, Gush, into kill, reset, control Roshan. So, whew.
I mean, looking for something here, Secret, that keep trying to approach Gaming Gladiators, but really feels the Gaming Gladiators are very prepared for any sort of jump, especially when around Ace. He has a Ravage to threaten with. We're going to see Samel start to open up onto the tide. Look to take down Ace. They'll see that save it for Celery. Oh, he's going to be able to take it to the side in time. Celery! He's able to do it. He gets Ace out of there to safety. And now, Gaming Gladiators, they can look to try and poke back in. As they'll force out the BKB from Nisha. Ace still with the Ravage, of course, at the ready. Secret's got to be careful now. They've got to run. Boom. He's not going to let them. He's ready to get in with the Remnants. Chase them down. Ace, he'll put the Ravage. He's able to tickle the four of them on the edge of it. As they take down Nisha, they've got the stun lock down over towards Ice. Double kill for Dyrachyo. As Gaming Gladiators, they'll continue upwards to the high ground on top of Samel. Triple kill for Dyrachyo. As, I mean, this is phenomenal stuff, T. I mean, Gaming Gladiators, they're even going to get the cleanup. They may even just get the Rampage. There it is. Oh. 25 minutes in Rampage, up in the high ground of Team Secret. I mean, my goodness, Dyrachyo and Gaming Gladiators, they're just outplaying Secret completely, T. This is top stuff.
Yeah, this is just a performance of when they know they are strong, they play in the areas that they have strength, right? Like, they don't need to be playing too much of the map. They posture aggressively, they have high ground vision, and they protect it.
Yeah.
Secret, now 2 times in a row, they've tried entering this area, but they don't have the sentries. They don't have the D-ward. They don't have any way to control the fight. Compare that to
Look at this Ravage,
they're well prepared.
Oh.
And that was a banger Ravage.
It was.
Yeah, clean. Whew. Yeah, just Secret. They had the momentum in the early game. They had the tools to get into a commanding position, and just moments of relaxation, Gaming Gladiators have time and time again just capitalized on it. And I think this is the perfect example of it, where just this single ward, this single high ground ward, just allowed them to play with such ease, confidence, and enable that 25-minute rampage.
Yeah, I mean, 25-minute rampage against a team that still had all their tier 2s up. You're doing it in their base on the high ground. I mean, Dyrachyo is going to be feeling very, very good for that one, but he can't get carried away yet. There's still a game to win. So let's see if they can keep it going here, Gaming Gladiators. They get the Aegis on Dyrachyo. Boom, he's got an Arcane Rune ready to play with, and he's in with the BKB straight away on top of Puppey, on top of Nisha. Nisha puts the BKB, but he's so low. Dyrachyo's getting in on top of him. Jump to the side. Nisha trying to get away from this CK, but he can't. Dyrachyo runs him down. Yet again, Gaming Gladiators more than easily taking these fights against Secret. As the tables have turned, it feels like now at this stage, it's Secret that's running out of options. They're now down 9k. Dyrachyo is just popping off. I mean, he's well on the way to getting a Silver Edge, and at that point, suddenly these heroes that, from the draft, and I think from Secret's perspective, they expected to be unkillable. They're just no threat at all. At this stage, with the lead and items that Gaming Gladiators have, they've got the answers.
Yeah, just look at him.
Look at Dyrachyo's farm there. It's almost straight vertical. The climb up on the net worth. That's the kind of carry you want to have on your team there.
Oh, but no, yeah, this is just stellar stuff, honestly. And Secret, you just kind of touched on it there. They wanted to be the unkillable heroes. They picked heroes that are disgustingly tanky early on and that can just play like that. And if you don't have that moment in the game where you get to exploit this cleanly, you lack the control. Like, they just don't have the stuns, right? Sumo, he has all the initiation, all the team fight pretty much for his team, outside of maybe Huskar Agnums down the line. But yeah, Gaimin Gladiators on the hand, you know, Celery on his IO, always, you know, being able to be in position, relocating saves, mechs, heals, damage galore. They are in their stride as they sweep across the map, killing anyone who wants to even leave their base.
Yeah, godlike on Duracho. Oh, Yapsaw. You better run.
No.
A little bit of mercy. Duracho set for the tower. More money in the bank for him. Level 20. Silver Age done as a say. He's on the way towards the ACs. He's still got 3 minutes to play around with this Aegis.
And these are the type of games where I think I was checking the pro tracker of competitive pubs, and Huskar has a 54% win rate against Chaos tonight, because the expectation is with equal farm, sure, they probably can go toe-to-toe in their own different forms of who initiates first. And this is the prime example of a CK with the lead, with the BKB, the Silver Edge, you know, an extra, you know, 7k gold. You can just slaughter this hero. Yeah. So tanky, so strong. So ruthless as well with the Eye. This is rough. I'm thinking of ways Secret can come back into it, and unfortunately in the back of my mind I just keep getting told there's just not enough stuns, there's just not enough explosiveness for them to do it. Maybe post Aegis you can play around offering up the Timbersaw and going for the fight, but yeah, it is hard.
And they go for Ice it. They bring Duracho over. Ice, no problem whatsoever for Gaimin Gladiators to take down at this stage. And oh, in the mid-8, he's going to look to set up things with a Ravage. He's going to jump in as Duracho comes back over here with a relocate from Celery. Ace is being brought down low though. Secret holding their own in this fight as they take the Aegis out of Duracho. Niche is very low. In fact, he might just tick down. The Spirit Vessel is going to cause a lot of issues. Duracho's ready for round 2, and actually it looks like Secret, they're not ready at all. As double kills there for Duracho. He's going to look to try and start taking them down one by one. He might even be dreaming of another rampage, this man. He's not going to get the chance to. Either way, Boom's the one to take the kill on Yapsaw. But still, as a team, taking out Secret, bullying them back to the fountain. And pop the fortification. But even in moments like that where it looked like maybe Secret could do something, punish the Aegis, they really couldn't. They could take Duracho down once, but they didn't have any sort of chance of doing it twice. As Gaimin Gladiators down the mid lane take a second set of racks as Secret continue to struggle here, down 18k against Gaimin Gladiators, who have just taken complete control. Refresher Orb now done on Ace. These huge items continuing to fly out for Gaimin Gladiators, and the progression for Secret just grinding to a halt.
These are some filthy pickups. You got the Scardy now on the Ember, so you're going to be able to non-committal get that HP reduction as well.
Yeah.
Still the Vessel, of course, on the Weaver, and now you got Refresher. Ace doesn't really have the mana right now to support this, but doesn't matter.
Oh, here we go. Secret,
going to have to Soul Ring.
They're coming out with the smoke. Oh, get the spear onto Tofu. I mean, they're so scared about how they go for him. I mean, Nisha's, of course, sitting at very, very low at the moment, and Ace is able to punish it. He's in straight away with a Ravage on top of Nisha. As Nisha's out, they burst down Tofu in the arena, but they've lost 3. The 2 supports fall, and Puppey is going to tap out. He's had enough. GG is called. Gaimin Gladiators, this game 2 is theirs. And of course, with that in mind, the whole series, 2-0 here to Gaimin Gladiators against Team Secret. And it was just great stuff across the board, really, right? See, Game 1, Gaimin Gladiators, the draft, into the strategical maneuvers, just completely controlling Secret, giving them no hope, no chances. And then Game 2, where it looks like Secret had a solid approach with the draft, a pretty good start from the lanes. They started to get a little bit of a lead, but then Gaimin Gladiators, they slammed it down so hard,